so cold outside. This is winter in Texas. You gotta love it. Man. Don't you love it when it's like so cold? You gotta bundle up so much, and then you go and get in the car and you're like immediately burning up hot. Like you just stepped into the gates of hell. You're like, oh my gosh. That's about how I feel right now. So I'm gonna get out of this so I get a little comfortable in the car. Give me 1 second. All these fancy gloves where you can touch your phone. Yeah, check that out. Take those off, I don't need those. Got a heater in here. Yeah, down to the t-shirt. Oh man, I wore it again. The RTR shirt. Man, you guys don't know how much flack I've been getting for wearing my RTR shirt. Because every time I wear it, they're like, hey man, I heard you got an RTR shirt. Oh wait, I heard you got 2 RTR shirts. Dang it, I'm gonna take this off. What? He's got another one? That's right, I'm wearing it. I don't care about all the crap you guys been giving me. I like this shirt. It matches my wheels. I feel good in it. I feel like Bond getting Junior, like I'm gonna go out and just drift all these turns and everything. But I can't do that because I can't get tickets. So, anyways guys, welcome to the vlog. Alright, so now that I've de-winterized myself, I did have to put the hoodie back on. It is really kind of cold outside. But man, it's not necessary for all that wardrobe. It's only, I don't know if you can see this. I don't think you can see that. It's 36. It's 36 outside right now. We got a little bit of wind chill, so it feels kind of like it's 27. But man, it's cold. Don't play these games. Don't play these cold games, Mr. Winter. We don't like all this. We're gonna hit the road. Got a few topics to talk about. Get this vlog underway. So, as many of you know, I've been on a hiatus from the vlog game. I have been putting out videos though. I've been putting out plenty of videos. I've been going to car meets, the drag strip, having a blast doing that. Got some more other things coming up, some more other things. It made a lot of sense. But I got some other things coming up, and there's more of them. I was driving home from work, and no joke, I probably drove for like 30 minutes. 30 minutes, not a huge drive, not very long, but I saw, no joke, 3 car wrecks on the way home. And so they got me thinking, man, I want to hear about your car wreck stories. So leave a comment down below. Let me know if you've ever been in a car wreck, if you were just a passenger or you were driving, or what that experience was like for you. And I'm going to tell you about a couple of mine. To start off, I'll tell you the first one, which was the most scariest car wreck I've ever been in ever. I wasn't driving, I was just a wee little boy. I was a little lad at the time, and I was riding with my mom. And we were driving, and we lived out in the country, so if you don't live out in the country and you've never been in the country, there's these little bitty roads. They're not very big. They're big enough for 2 cars to go down, and that's it. 90% of the time it's no passing lane because it's so tight, and it kind of winds and turns and it goes up these hills and stuff like that. So we lived out in the country, and there's a rattle and it's driving me nuts. Where are you coming from? This rattle is killing me. Okay, back on topic. So we lived out in the country. Like I said, there's these little winding, curvy roads. They're not very big. We were going down the road. I was in the back seat. My older brother was in the front. My little sister was beside me, and my mom was driving. I think it was like a Saturn or something. And remind you, I was little, so it's mid-90s. Saturn was the sports car of the day. No, I'm just kidding. It was just a Saturn. Wasn't anything special. So we're driving along, and I'm talking with my sister, and we're yakety yak yak yak. We're probably doing the hand claps and stuff like that, and whatever, the pitter pat in the back seat. Next thing we know, we hear a horn go off and my mom's honking, and we look up and here comes a semi coming straight at us. And we are fearing for our life. We are terrified. And so my mom whips the wheel right, and like I said, a little big country road. What's on the right? A ditch. So we go right, and she turns into this ditch, and the car rolls over. And I think we rolled 3 times. And my brother ended up breaking his ankle and had to get screws put in. I ended up being okay, just some bruises. My neck was real sore, so it was really weird going to school in like 2nd grade with this big neck brace on. Everybody thought I was like super cool and I survived this crazy wreck, which it really was a crazy wreck. To roll a car is no joke. And my sister was okay. She didn't have to wear any braces. She got some bruises. My mom was fine. I think my brother just took the worst of it with his broken ankle. So that was the scariest wreck I had ever been in my life. Seeing that semi coming right for us and my mom's reaction, I mean, the semi wasn't moving. And so my mom had to make a reaction, and she thought she could get over, but I guess the wheels caught a little too much of the ground and the dirt and the grass, and it took the car with it, and it ended up rolling. So that was one of the most terrifying wrecks of my life. Now, one of the most stupid wrecks of my life. Yes, I was driving. I was driving when I had one of the most idiotic wrecks, and I don't really consider it a wreck, and it definitely wasn't my fault. Of course it wasn't my fault. I mean, I was 16 years old. I could not afford to get in a wreck. My dad would wear me out. So here's how the story goes. I had me and my buddy and a girl, and I think it was his girlfriend or another buddy, or my sister, or somebody else was in the car. And so we had just left the mall, and the mall out here in Arlington, there's another shopping center next to it. Well, I had the baddest car ever as a freshman in high school. I had a 2000 V6 Mustang with 1 single Flowmaster out the back, but 2 banging subs on the inside. I think they're like Alpine Type E's or something like that. They were 10-inch subs, but man, they would rattle your ears. So we're leaving the mall. I got the system going. I'm like, hey guys, check this out. There's this one spot that I would always go to when I was over by the mall, because I could throw my car, it was an automatic. I could throw it down into first and hammer on the gas, and it would get a little squirrely, because there's always this water on the concrete. And since there was always this water on the concrete, it kind of created like this like mold stuff there, so it was real slippery. So I was like, yeah, check this out. And so I'd throw it down in first, and I'd hit it, and we'd get a little squirrely, and I'd be like, yeah, check that out. And so we did it, and everything was okay. And I was like, y'all wanna do it again? They're like, yeah, let's do it again. So Sean being Sean, I pressed my luck, and I went for round 2 of the day, which normally I just hit it once and go about my business, and I'm off to the next place I'm heading to. So I decided, hey, let's loop around, we'll do it again. So we go back around, feeling cocky, throw it down at first, give it a little extra gas this time, and sure enough, I get real squirrely. And so I'm getting real squirrely back and forth. Mind you, I'm in a parking lot of a shopping center. So I hit it, I get real squirrely. I start straightening out to the end, and we're all like, yeah, this is sick, this is so cool, blah, blah, blah. And I look up, and this dude runs the stop sign right in front of me while I'm in the middle of getting squirrely, and I can't hit my brakes fast enough. So I slam on my brakes. The car, this is where the key point was earlier, the mold on the ground from all the water that never went away. I slammed on my brakes and slid. I did not stop, so I slid. By the time my bumper met his, I was going maybe a half a mile an hour. So I'd done a pretty good job of avoiding a major collision. However, this guy ran a stop sign. And being 16, I was terrified. I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I just got in a wreck. If anybody sees this, they know it's gonna be my fault because I'm a young kid in a sports car and I was driving a little reckless. But the dude didn't stop at the stop sign. He did, I guess a California stop is what they call them, where you just go and you roll through it. You don't really stop. So I was really frustrated. I jumped out the car, madder than hell. I'm like, dude, you ran the stop sign, it's all your fault, blah, blah, blah. And it's like a grown man. I'm 16, I'm a little kid. And I had just had my license maybe like 6 months at this point in time, so I'd just gotten off all the probations and everything. And The guy gets out and he's like, man, this is your fault. You're driving like an idiot. You're a moron, blah, blah, blah. You're just a young kid. You don't know what you're doing. And I was like, man, he makes some really valid points. But I knew what I was doing. And I knew I wasn't in the wrong. Well, I was for spinning out, but I didn't run no stop sign. So the guy gets out and we look at the damage and we're like, oh, look at it. He had a blue car and mine was white. So the blue stood out. It was just blue paint on white paint. Not a good thing. So I get out, start rubbing the paint, get some elbow grease in it, and it starts coming off. So I'm like, bro, we're good. We're good. I don't even want to call the cops. I don't want to have any issues with you. I just want to be gone. I want to get my friends back in the car and we're going to head out. And so we do that and we head out and I get to the house and I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to buff it out. And so I get to the house, get my microfiber towels and get some quick detail and I spray it on there and I start rubbing and rubbing and getting it off. What's under the white paint? Black paint. So I have white paint missing. There's no blue paint on the car anymore, so it doesn't look like I hit a car, but there's a definite scratch. My dad comes home from work and he's like, so how's your day, blah blah blah, normal conversation. Oh, it's good, went out, went to the mall, had some fun times, went and saw a movie. And he's like, oh, so did you get a wreck? No wreck. I didn't get a wreck. No, Dad. Why would you say I got in a wreck? Oh, because you have some scratches on your bumper. Oh, yeah, that's nothing. That was there. You didn't notice that when I had the car? And he goes, yeah, that wasn't there. Oh, huh. So being the teenager that I was, I fibbed, and I told a blatant lie to my father, and I said, well, somebody must have backed up to me in a parking spot. I don't think he bought it. My dad's a lot smarter guy than that, and I think I was busted, but I didn't get in trouble because we didn't have any lawsuits. There was no cops involved. Nothing was major damage. Nobody got hurt. So just my bad, but that's the dumb wreck that I got in. Well guys, time to wrap up this vlog. I'm gonna head home. My wife just got off work. We're gonna go grab some dinner. Just wanted to talk about a couple things that I'm excited about coming up on the channel. I am getting into the car reviews. I am filming my wife's car review right now. Well, I'm not in her car right now, I'm in my car, but we're in the process of getting it ready to film. I'm gonna clean it up real good and have it ready for the video. I'm not gonna tell you what the car is because I want you to watch the video, but I will tell you the make of it. It is a Mercedes. I've talked to my father-in-law. He's given me the okay, the green light, the go-ahead to borrow his motorcycle and film that and do a vlog on that, or not necessarily a vlog, but more of a review for his motorcycle. So I'm really excited. My buddy, who I filmed his STI before, you saw that video, he's gonna let me do his car as well. So I've got 3 solid cars lined up, keeping with my New Year's resolution and visiting car meets. I won't be going to TX2K this year. I bought tickets to the UFC fight that's coming to Dallas, and it's Johnny Hendricks, who was in a controversial loss to George St. Pierre for the title belt, and then George stepped out, so they're gonna go fight for that belt. So I'm really excited about going to that fight, but I'm super bummed I'm not gonna make it to TX2K this year. They're on the same weekend. But the following weekend is the Texas Mile, which I'm really excited about. The Texas Mile. It's where the cars go fast and they got a mile to put down the best top speed they can. So I'm thinking I'm gonna try and make it out for that. Got some really exciting things coming up, guys. Like I said in previous vlogs, if you've ever got an idea or a car that you want me to review or something you want me to talk about, feel free to leave that in the comments down below. As always, guys, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Appreciate everything, man. 170 plus subs is awesome. We're working towards the goal of 1,000. So if you haven't subbed yet, I'd really appreciate it. Also, make sure I post some pretty cool pictures and videos on Instagram. So you can follow me on Instagram at Mustang09. I'm on Twitter, don't post a whole lot on there, so I won't annoy you to death, but I'm at Mustang09 on there as well. If you guys are interested, I have also thought about creating a Facebook page for my YouTube channel, just a Mustang09 fan page. If that's something you guys are interested in, leave a like, let me know on the video. That way I can see you guys' feedback, and that way I can interact with you guys more. That's what I want. I want to be more personal with you guys and let you guys know who I am and get to know you guys, my subscribers and my fans, and possibly soon to be friends. So as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll holler at you later. This is your boy Mustang09 or Sean. See you later.